Good morning, students. Today we are starting the life processes part 2, in which we study the next life process, that is respiration. As you know, in first life process, we have studied about that in nutrition, the mode of taking food by an organism is known as nutrition. Here, how we get energy from it after taking the food, how the organism get energy in the form, how ATP are formed. ATP known as energy currency. So first of all, I want to tell you what is respiration. Respiration is the oxidation of food substances with the release of energy in living cells. Respiration is the oxidation of food substance with the release of energy in the living cells. Here you can understand in living cell, glucose is the main, after the digestion of the food, the main respiratory substrate formed is glucose, that is carbohydrate. As you know, we eat the starch and after digestion, the end product is glucose. Glucose plus oxygen is equal to carbon dioxide, water plus energy in the form of ATP. But it respiration is a exothermic process and it is a catabolic process. You can differentiate between respiration and photosynthesis. Photosynthesis is a anabolic process. Photosynthesis is a anabolic. In respiration oxygen is utilized and in photosynthesis oxygen is released. In photosynthesis carbon dioxide plus water in the presence of light energy and chlorophyll form the glucose plus energy. Photosynthesis is the process in which the plant manufacture their own food. Cellular respiration, glucose plus oxygen is equal to carbon dioxide plus water plus ATP. ATP is known as the energy currency. And in photosynthesis, carbon dioxide plus water in the form of sunlight, that is glucose plus oxygen. Here you may write what is difference between respiration and photosynthesis. Respiration and photosynthesis. Carbon dioxide plus water is equal to glucose plus oxygen. And the digestion, after digestion carbohydrates are changed to glucose, and the respiration process in the cell is of two types, aerobic and anaerobic respiration. And the first process in the respiration is glycolysis. Glycolysis is the process in which the one glucose molecule is break down into two pyruvic acid molecules. Glycolysis is a process in which one glucose molecule is break down into two pyruvic acid molecules. What is common in aerobic and anaerobic respiration? This question always comes in the class, comes in the exams also. That is the glycolysis. What is the site of glycolysis? It is cytoplasm. The site of glycolysis is cytoplasm. After the pyruvic acid formation, after the process of glycolysis, if oxygen is available, in the presence of oxygen, aerobic respiration takes place and the pyruvic acid goes into the Krebs cycle. This you study in the higher classes, and that from the carbon dioxide plus water plus 38 ATP. But here I want to clear you that actual product is 36 ATP. 2 ATP are utilized itself in the process of aerobic respiration. Therefore, the net result is 36 ATP. This thing you must remember it. After that, in the absence of oxygen, anaerobic respiration is formed, that is ethyl alcohol plus carbon dioxide and ATP. It takes place in the yeast, but in anaerobic respiration, it takes place in muscle cells of the human beings. Then the lactic acid, carbon dioxide, and 2 ATP are formed. There they form the lactic acid molecule. So you may also differentiate between the aerobic and anaerobic respiration. Aerobic respiration, the release of relatively large amount of energy in the cells by the breakdown of food substance in the presence of oxygen. Chemical reaction is cell that use oxygen to break down nutrient molecule to release energy. Glucose plus oxygen is equal to water plus carbon dioxide and energy. That is the aerobic respiration. It takes place in the presence of oxygen. And its first process is glycolysis, and after that is the breakdown of the pyruvic acid molecule, which takes place in the mitochondria. Aerobic respiration here, so the glycolysis, glucose into pyruvic acid and 2 ATP molecules are formed. And after that, here I have shown that the 36 ATP, and this takes place in the mitochondria. Where the aerobic respiration takes place, glycolysis is common between aerobic and anaerobic respiration. It takes place in the cytoplasm. And the Krebs cycle takes place in the mitochondria. that takes place with the help of ETS system. They form an electron transport system that form the 36 ATP molecules. In aerobic respiration, 36 ATP molecules, carbon dioxide and water is formed, and oxygen molecule is used. And in anaerobic respiration, the release of relatively small amount of energy by the breakdown of food substance in the absence of oxygen. Here in muscles during the hard exercise, glucose is changed into lactic acid, and in microorganisms like that of yeast, glucose is changed to alcohol and carbon dioxide. This I have tell you already. But in difference in aerobic and anaerobic respiration, it takes place in the presence aerobic respiration part of all I want to tell you. It takes place in the presence of oxygen. In aerobic respiration, complete oxidation of glucose takes place, and end products are carbon dioxide and water. Lot of energy is liberated, that is 36 ATP molecules. It occurs in plants and animal cells. Glucose plus oxygen, 6 carbon dioxide, 6 water, and 686 kilocalorie energy. And in anaerobic respiration, it takes place in the absence of oxygen. In anaerobic respiration, the glucose molecule is completely oxidized. End products are either ethyl alcohol or lactic acid and carbon dioxide. Relatively small energy is liberated, that is 2 ATP molecules. It occurs in many anaerobic bacteria and human muscle cells. Glucose is breakdown of ethyl alcohol or lactic acid plus carbon dioxide plus 56 kilocalorie energy. Fermentation is a metabolic process in which an organism converts a carbohydrate such as starch or sugar into an alcohol or an acid. For example, yeast perform the fermentation to obtain energy by converting sugar into alcohol. The science of fermentation is known as gymnology. That is for your extra knowledge. And after that, the next process in the respiration is gaseous exchange. First of all, I want to tell you gaseous exchange in the plant. Gaseous exchange in plant takes place by the simple process, that is diffusion. Carbon dioxide and oxygen. What is diffusion? As you know, that is the movement of molecules from high concentration to low concentration. As you know, in the environment, the concentration of oxygen is more, therefore, stromatide goes inside the cell. And inside the cell, the concentration of carbon dioxide is more, and therefore it goes outside the cell. In plants, diffusion or the gaseous exchange takes place through stomata. In the plant, there are 3 types of the pores are present. In leaves, that is the stomata, and in stem, that is lenticels, and in the roots, that is nematophores. These are the 3 types of the pores present in the plant. Carbon dioxide is used in photosynthesis and produced by the respiration, where oxygen is used in the respiration and produced in photosynthesis. Stomata, here also I want you to show the structure of the stomata. In stomata, it is formed by the guard cells. Closed stomata, when the guard cells are flaccid, there is no space between them. And in open stomata, when the guard cells are turgid, there is a space inside the cells, that is known as stomata, which help in exchange of gases in the plants. Now we come to the respiratory system of human beings. So you can see the respiratory diagram of the, in this oral cavity. First of all, the esophagus. Here I want to show that esophagus is the food pipe and the trachea is the wind pipe. There is a cover known as epiglottis is present on the trachea, which prevents the entry of food particles in the trachea. The trachea is further bronchi. It is divided into 2 main parts, that is bronchi. Bronchi are further divided into small and smaller structure, that is bronchioles, and after that ultimately a structure is formed that shown in separate diagram, that is the alveoli. Alveoli are the site for exchange of gases between blood and the environment. Alveoli are the site for exchange of gases. In alveoli, there is a more oxygen is present, and in blood, when it comes from the body organs, it has more carbon dioxide. The one thing I want to clear here, there is a one term, that is partial pressure. The movement of gases takes place from high partial pressure to low partial pressure. What is here means the partial pressure? The pressure exerted by a individual gas, a pressure exerted by a individual gas in the mixture of gases. For example, the pressure of the oxygen, oxygen, as you know, in the environment is 21%, and carbon dioxide 0.003% and nitrogen is 78%. Therefore, the pressure of the oxygen is more in the environment than the carbon dioxide. Therefore, in the alveoli, by the breathing, oxygen comes, and due to high partial pressure, it goes in the blood. And in blood, there is more carbon dioxide that it comes in the alveoli, and where the exchange of gases takes place by the process of breathing. In breathing, intake of oxygen, that is inspiration, and exhalation of carbon dioxide, that is expiration. Gases exchange in human, here with the simple diagram you can understand carbon dioxide is released, and in first of all you can understand from here oxygen is comes in the lungs, and from it goes to the blood by the RBCs, which contains the hemoglobin. Hemoglobin form one compound with oxygen, that is oxyhemoglobin, and that oxyhemoglobin goes in the different tissues of the body where it releases oxygen due to the less presence of oxygen and more carbon dioxide. Therefore, dissociation of the oxygen from the hemoglobin takes place, and ultimately the oxygen is released in the tissue, and carbon dioxide is attached to the carbon dioxide, is attached to the hemoglobin, and some amount is dissolved in the blood, and which is carried out again to the lungs and alveoli, and where carbon dioxide leads due to more presence of the oxygen. And the importance of respiration. Respiration is a very important process for living thing. It is how the energy we need for our daily lives is released from the food we eat. Red blood cells take the oxygen we breathe from our lungs to our cells, and the mitochondria use oxygen to burn our digested food. Ultimately, this is the process of respiration. All of you, thank you.